The market makes new all-time highs while continuing to follow our trading plan. This is Invest with Jacob. So the market gapped up to new all-time highs today before coming down to close that gap, then bouncing higher toward the close. If I'm being honest, I'm not in love with the structure the market took today, as it's messy and there's lots of overlap. We'll get into that in just 1 second. But first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob. And I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. Okay, so the gap up at the open took us to new all-time highs, which is great. That was what we were expecting. I was expecting a little bit of a pullback and then a bounce into higher highs today, but we didn't get that. We got a bigger pullback to close the gap, and then it bounced up and did not take out the all-time high. Now, the close was a bullish structure. We had 5 waves up off the low of the day, and then we had kind of a 1-2 setup, which should lead us to a higher high tomorrow. The structure is best seen on the chart, so let's jump in and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 5-minute SPX chart, and as you can see, we gapped up at the open here, went up to the new all-time highs before coming back to close the gap, and then trading in a 5-wave structure up, which is a good sign. If this was going to be a corrective bounce, it's unlikely that this would be a 5-wave structure. So we got a wave 1 up, and then a pullback in 2, and then we get a 1-2 setup. So 1 up here, and then back down in 2 here, which sets us up for a wave 3 of 3 up out of here to new all-time highs. We'll see if they follow through with this setup. I'm just a little bit concerned that the structure is messy. We're really looking for this pullback to hold the 40-30 region and then target 42.75 as our first point of resistance. When we get to 42.75, we will assess how the market is moving. If it blows right through 42.75, we're taking a more direct route to 43.25, 43.35, somewhere in that range. If it pulls back off of 42.75, we're likely looking at a wave B pullback to 42.25 before heading higher over 4,300. So by making new all-time highs today, it is much less likely that we are going to get any kind of C wave down towards 4,200, which is one of the options we had in our last video. So I do want to zoom out because there's been a lot of questions in the chat group about the bigger picture of the market and where we are heading. So I'm going to switch over to the 1-hour chart. So the bigger picture for the market is extremely bullish. The setup is bullish, the structure is bullish, and we are targeting 4,800 in wave 5 of 3. So where we're at right now is we completed wave 1. Wave 2 pulled back into the 4160 region. We're working on wave 3 right now, which should target the 4360 region. We'll get a pullback in wave 4 down to about 4225 or so. And then we're going to go up in 5 to about 4440, somewhere in that region there, before a decent pullback to 4200. And then the last leg up, this will take a 5-wave structure up, just like this one did. This will take a 5-wave structure up to complete wave 3 of 5. And we target about 4,800 for that wave. So by the end of the year, I'm looking at the SPX around 4,800. I know one guy on our chat group said 4,800 was mind-blowing to him. He hasn't heard anybody say that number. It also had people scratching their head last March when we went down to 2,100, and many people thought the market was going down to 1,200, and I said we were going to 4,000. I don't pull these numbers out of thin air. They are made using Elliott Wave Theory, which gives us Fibonacci levels where we can target where the market is heading. These targets have proven to be accurate over and over again, and that's where we come up with the number 4,800. Based on the structure of waves 1 and 2 of 5, wave 3 of 5 should target the 4,800 region. So that is the end of year big picture. The overall big picture is that once we hit this wave 5 at around 4,800, we will get a substantial pullback of about 20% or so down to around 4,000, maybe even a little less, before we start the final climb in wave 5 to 6,000 SPX over the next 1.5 to 2 years. I know that sounds like a big number, but that's what the structure is telling us, and that's what we're expecting until the market tells us something different. I don't expect the market to tell us something different though. Okay guys, if you want to know in the near term, our hour-to-hour daily updates in real time on what the market is doing, what my thoughts are, and what trades we have going, we're in an active trade right now, you need to get in my Facebook group. There's a link down below. Click that link, get in my Facebook group. The only requirement is that you subscribe to this YouTube channel. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, get in my Facebook group, and from there, you can get on our Slack channel. Slack is just free chat, so you get in, it's a chat group, so you get in there and I give my updates during the day. I tell you where our trades are going, when we buy, what we buy. It's like we're walking hand in hand together watching the market, like teenage lovers on the beach. So we can be best friends, you can get market updates, and we can all make money together. All right, so get in that Facebook group, subscribe to the channel, and get on Slack so that you can get the updates. Okay, guys, so key takeaways for tomorrow. We are looking to hold 42.30 and then move higher and make all-time highs. Now, it could hold 42.30 overnight and gap up. If it breaks 42.30 and moves down, we'll have to reassess where we're at as the market becomes very muddled at that point, and we'll have to take a look at the structure. Okay, so watching 42.30 as main support and up from there. We are looking up tomorrow. That is the update for today. Happy trading. I will talk to you next week.